On July 22, 2018, three sisters, Nia, Letifa, and Tashia Wilson, two were attacked by a man wielding a knife, later identified as John Cowell, after exiting a Bay Area Rapid Transit BART train at MacArthur Station in Oakland, California. 18-year-old Nia Wilson died after her throat was slashed. Her older sister, Letifa, was stabbed in the neck but survived. Tashia was not physically harmed. Cowell, aged 27, was identified as the suspect immediately following the attack, and he was caught the following day. Cowell had been paroled in May 2018 after serving time for second-degree robbery, and had previous charges for assault and possession of methamphetamine. Initial perception of the attack as apparently racially motivated spurred protests at MacArthur BART station and online. Cowell's parents stated their belief that the attack was possibly motivated by Cowell's mental illness. Authorities have yet to establish a motive for the attack and have also stated that there is no evidence that the attack was racially motivated. 3. On July 17, 2020, Cowell was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. 4. A California man with a history of violence and mental illness has been found guilty of the random stabbing death of 18-year-old Nia Wilson on a commuter train platform 2 years ago, a killing with racial undertones that prompted rallies and vigils throughout the San Francisco Bay Area. An Alameda County jury announced on Tuesday it had found John Lee Cowell, 29, guilty of murdering Wilson at the MacArthur BART station in Oakland as she was returning home from a family gathering with her two sisters. Jurors also found Cowell guilty of attempted murder in the stabbing of Wilson's sister, who survived severe injuries to her neck. The jury also convicted Cowell of the special circumstances count of lying in wait. The jury reached the verdict hours after starting deliberations. Cowell will face a second trial to determine his sanity. If found insane, he would be sent to a psychiatric hospital. The stabbing death of the young African-American woman in July 2018 horrified bystanders and added to Bay Area Rapid Transit BART's reputation as unsafe. The commuter train system connects San Francisco to cities in the South and East Bay areas, including Oakland and Berkeley. Train officials sought to reassure the public with measures intended to improve safety. Family and friends have said the women were targeted because of their race, but prosecutors declined to charge him with a hate crime. That doesn't mean race did not come up. Cowell admitted at trial that he had been punched in the face by a black woman about a week before the train stabbing, and the prosecutor queried him about trying to pick a fight with another black woman after the stabbing. Cowell followed the sisters from the platform onto a train for a 30-minute ride to another station, then stabbed them when they were boarding another train. The Deputy District Attorney Butch Ford told the jury in opening statements in early February. Videos showed Cowell tailing the women and removing a knife hidden in his pants in the attack that killed Wilson and wounded Letifa Wilson, 26. Video also showed Cowell trying to blend in with passengers after the assault, misdirecting officers and changing clothes he kept in a backpack that was tossed, along with the knife at a nearby construction zone. He took that little girl's life, Ford told jurors in closing arguments on Monday. The East Bay Times reported. Cowell has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. His public defender, Christina Moore, argued that he stabbed the sisters in a rash act, stemming from his mental illness, and that a person can be organized yet schizophrenic. This case is and always has been what was in John's mind, said Moore in her closing. Cowell was thrown out of court twice for disruptive behavior. He testified he thought the sisters were aliens and part of a gang that had kidnapped his grandmother. The trial, which took up much of February, had been delayed while authorities sought to determine Cowell's mental competence through a series of psychiatric evaluations. In December, a judge ruled Cowell was fit to stand trial after noting that he was refusing to cooperate with doctors appointed to evaluate him. Cowell was released from a maximum security facility for mentally ill convicts less than 3 months before the attack. Nia Wilson, 18, was fatally stabbed after getting off a train with her sisters at a Bay Area Rapid Transit station in Oakland, California. Credit Jim Wilson, / The New York Times. By Matthew Hogg. July 25, 2018. Nia Wilson was the youngest of 6 sisters and 2 brothers, but she knew how to stand out. She jumped at the chance to help others. One of her sisters said, offering pep talks to her sisters when they were down and performing the Heimlich maneuver on her aunt as she was choking at a recent family party. She loved to look pretty, even if it meant holding up everyone else until she picked out the perfect outfit for a late-night run to the grocery store. At 18, Nia still had the bulk of her life ahead her, and she had big plans. Joining the army or becoming a paramedic, or maybe a music producer would see her rap videos on YouTube and offer a record deal. But on Sunday night, Nia was attacked and killed by a man with a knife after stepping off a train with two of her sisters at an Oakland, California, transit station. One of her sisters, Nia Welson, 26, was also stabbed. She was taken to a hospital but later released. 3 days after Nia's death, her sister Malika Harris said that her family was struggling to process what had happened and to accept that she was gone. In any other situation, her sister said, they would be turning to Nia for comfort. She was always there and motivating you and telling you to stay positive. Nia's father, Ansar Muhammad, went to the courthouse to attend the hearing. My daughter was everything to me, Mr. Muhammad told reporters outside a courtroom. She was so beautiful, so inspirational, had dreams. I'm supposed to be planning her graduation, not her funeral. The Bay Area Rapid Transit Police arrested Mr. Cowell, who they said was homeless and had a lengthy criminal record, on Monday evening after a nearly 24-hour, citywide manhunt. His family released a statement to a local TV station that said Mr. Cowell had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, and had not received recent proper mental health treatment. Ms. Harris said she believed that the fatal attack on Nia, who was black, should be classified as a hate crime. They are trying to say that he was sick and crazy, she said. It was an act of racism. After the arrest on Monday of Mr. Cowell, who is white, the police said that they were still searching for a motive and had not ruled out race as a factor. Images from local news media show sizable crowds at a vigil Monday evening for Nia at the MacArthur BART station in Oakland, where the stabbing occurred. The vigil expanded beyond the station, with some people marching to a nearby bar that said it had denied a white supremacist group's request to host an event there that evening. On the way there, a fight broke out when they encountered a man thought to be a member of the Proud Boys, which the Southern Poverty Law Center classifies as a hate group. His identity and affiliation could not be immediately confirmed, and Gavin McInnes, the founder of the Proud Boys, denied Saturday that his group had planned to meet at the Oakland bar. For Nia, Sunday was the start of what was expected to be an emotional but exciting week, Ms. Harris said. That afternoon, she traveled with some family members, including several sisters, from Oakland to her aunt's apartment in the nearby city of Concord. Her aunt has stage 4 cancer, so the family organized a pool party and cookout to celebrate her life. At the party, Nia posted some video footage on social media. Only 49 seconds long, it still captured so much about Nia, her sister said. She can be seen posing for the camera, wearing a gold necklace and sparkly pink eye makeup, pausing to hug family members or to direct a comment off-screen. She wouldn't go anywhere without looking presentable, Ms. Harris, 25, said. She was really passionate about the way she looked and carried herself. Nia had a job interview scheduled for this week. For the past several months, Nia, who graduated from Oakland High School last year, had worked at a clothing distribution center for ThreadUp, an online consignment store. Ms. Harris said that Nia told her about the interview for the first time on Friday, but she refused to reveal much, not even the name of the place or the type of work. Ms. Harris said she pressed her sister for more details, but she would not budge. She wanted to keep it a surprise, she said. Nia was also planning to attend a party with friends for what would have been the 18th birthday of her high school boyfriend, Josiah Pratt Rose. He and his best friend both drowned in May 2016 after jumping off a boat in Woodward Reservoir near Modesto, California. Not long after the boys died, Nia attended a vigil for them in downtown Oakland, Ms. Harris said. She was standing near a girl who had just performed a dance routine when someone fired a gun into the crowd. The girl, Reginae Jeffries, was hit in the neck and fell to the ground. Bleeding and struggling to breathe, she asked Nia to stay by her side. Ms. Harris said, until the paramedics arrived and placed her in an ambulance. Nia stayed with her. Regine was later pronounced dead at a hospital. Any way she could help, Miss Harris said. She would be there for you.